Share this real quick. We out here. We are Goldsboro. We got 6 police officers right here in Goldsboro. Uh, we don't know what's going on over here, but we are live right here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. They got one lady in the back of a police car. You know what I'm saying? And there's a little bit of discussion down here. I ain't gonna get too close because you know what I'm saying. The police already kind of one. But my problem is why there one, two, three, four, five, six police cars for this situation right here. I don't know what the situation is. What's going on, y'all? But we got one, two, three, four, five, 6 police cars. Well, here's a 7th one rolling up right here. So, you know, me, I always stop, just make sure the people involved are okay. So now it looks like everybody's leaving, or maybe they are leaving. But I see one, two, three, four. Now that 4th car right there got an individual in the back. Now they got that individual in the back, and I don't know, what that individual reportedly done. They just took out a while ago, and they put her on some. I guess she claimed that the cuss was too tight, but there's the police right here. There's one of them. He's leaving right here. Uh, but once again, we in Goldsboro, North Carolina. But here's a situation where this guy's leaving right here, so it must not be any danger. So they evidently, it looks like it's some sort of domestic situation. You know what I'm saying? I can't confirm or deny. ICE coming after my wife. Help me. Are you a First Amendment auditor? I don't know what that is. But here we got five. We got 5 police officers. You know what I'm saying? I just really stopped to make sure nothing goes awry because we know in these situations sometimes when emotions are high, something goes awry sometimes. So I'm just basically being a community watchman, watching these officers. Good morning, good morning. Appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. It's early. It's early Saturday morning. We're here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. We got once again, two, three, four, 5 police officers. Once again, I walked up on the scene, asked everybody was they okay. The individuals indicated they was all right, but there's definitely seems to be some sort of you know conflict, you know, with the individuals. One individual is already in handcuffs, uh, so you know, and the individual that's in handcuffs, you see the officer right there. Good morning. Okay, appreciate y'all. Nash County, Virginia. I see y'all. Also, right there, he has a person in custody. I don't know why that person is in custody. I wasn't on the scene. Um, you have 2 individuals right there talking to police. The man is sort of animated, and we got the K9 unit there, so they got the dogs in there, and there's the young lady who is apparently in handcuffs because of something. I don't know. This is Elm Street, and we're on the corner of Elm, and if you see that right there, that's Pine View Street. And so this is 1025 in Goldsboro, North Carolina. But we always gotta watch the police, man. We never know what goes on. If you've been watching my channel, anything can happen with these guys. You know, running around here with guns, in situations where emotions run high. So there we have One, two, three, four, five. Somebody tell me, why do we need all these police officers in this situation? We got some onlookers starting to come around, but anytime you see this many police cars, you always have to be aware because of lawsuits. Grand Rising Brotherhood, Trudy. It's always something like that. Yeah, so um, yeah, we just wanted to go check and make sure everything is all right. Um, I spoke to the lady that was in the handcuffs. She said it was some BS when I asked her what was wrong. They took out the car. They put they tightened up her handcuffs. Maybe they're taking the handcuffs off right now. Hopefully, nobody won't be going to jail. But this is a Shalom. Just be careful. They target people. Othar Wallace, just for example. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I walked up on them, and they told me to get out the street. The normal. Appreciate you, Carmela Allen Bennett. Love all the work you do. May the Most High continue to bless you. Appreciate you. So, you know, evidently, they got some lady in the car. If y'all just seen her. But yeah, this is, everybody has the right to observe police and record police from a safe distance. And this is what I consider a safe distance, making sure the community is not a victim of any police brutality, any police misconduct, any police use of excessive force. We've seen that in Goldsboro, North Carolina, a time or two. I've been a victim of it myself. So, yeah, they're doing their job. And also, once again, we've seen them do their job, quote unquote, and shoot unarmed black people. So, once again, whatever they doing, once again, it's okay, right? Because when these incidents, I didn't have people recording me when I was getting beat up by the police in 1996. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have people recording me when the police was stopping me and searching me coming home from work as an 18-year-old high school student and saying that I beat them up when they beat me up. So this is something that, we've I've experienced personally. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? Everything all right there? What's up? You all right? All right. You too, sir. So yeah, so we got, once again, some sort of situation. That's my man. He leaving. So there's one police officer leaving. And a job or what, it's like, nah, but I know about it being a victim of police brutality. I know that. I don't know what their job is or what their job is like, but I've definitely been a victim of police brutality on several occasions. So now it looks like everything is I guess everything is calming down. Maybe the situation is resolved. Once again, I think it may be some sort of domestic dispute, conflict, whatever the case may be. But there is a lady once again in the police car right there. DG2. It's not about crying. We don't want to make a big deal out of police. Personally, what happens when the police don't come and you need them? That police have never been there when I needed them, sir. So I don't know. I don't know what what I'm saying. They've never been there when I needed them. They came after the fact. But only time I encounter police is a bad situation. Y'all tell me in this live, anytime that you see police and their blue lights come behind you, how do you feel? Do you feel sure and safe and secure? Or is your first light, man, what are you up to, man? Dad, what I do wrong? Somebody tell me, when has a police interaction been good? When it's unprovoked. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me, when have police gotten behind you in this black or white and they turn their lights on? You know what I'm saying? Has it been a good experience? No. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what experience you have. Never, maybe Maybe, if you're of a different hue, if you're of a different color, your experience with police have been all hunky dory, uh, guns and candies and roses. You know what I'm saying? But my experience, anytime that police have come, it has not been a profitable. It definitely had cost me dollars every time I encounter police. So sometimes freedom, sometimes physical harm. So, when people say, okay, well maybe this situation is going to end, but once again, if you're not breaking the law, whatever. So once again, I was 7 years old. My mother never broke the law a day in her life. We riding down the street, we trying to hurry up and make it to choir rehearsal, and the police are always sitting by this one hill that they always lay in wait and stop people. And that police officer stopped my mom. She never had a ticket. My mom was sitting there crying. Right then and there, I was like, the police is not good people. To have my good mother crying when she just trying to rush and take us to choir rehearsal, you know what I'm saying? Because my dad had the keys to the church. We had to go back and get the keys to the church. Everybody waiting on us. She trying to rush and do good, and this officer laying in the cut, waiting on somebody to speed. You know what I'm saying? Speeding once again, whatever. You can say she was doing wrong. People, well, yeah. But anyway, that you know of, how well you know your mom. That's funny. Yeah, how well you know your mom, or do you even know your mom? But yeah, so this situation, once again, it looks like a domestic situation. But once again, I'm still here for that young lady in the back of the car. You know what I'm saying? They've had to let her out a couple of times and unloose the cuffs or whatever. But but yeah, man, we gonna see if I can't, get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But this situation looks under control. It looks like it was six police officers, and now it's only uh, two times I had a beef with officers. Two times they put me in jail for a day. Still trying to find that moment that never happened. Just stories. I don't know what you're talking about, someone too. But anyway, once again, I don't have to prove my experiences to you. You have your experiences. You have your opinions based on, your personal experience. That's what everybody has to go on. You know what I'm saying? So basically, show them weed, smoke crack with some cops. Yeah, I used to sell substances to cops. So, what I mean, anybody who says cops are all good, they are kind of delusional. But nevertheless, man, this situation seems like it's under control. So my job is done here. It says, so your mom got a speeding ticket. Yeah, man. Yeah, my mom got a speeding ticket. But you know what I mean? But the point is, they lay in wait at certain spots for people, and everybody knows that hill coming down Bunch Drive back in the day. They would always sit there, and the speed limit goes from 35 to 25. So, what I'm saying? People aren't thinking sometimes. But nevertheless, I was like, man, these police are a joke. You know what I'm saying? The small town, this guy's voice always here in the background doing the rest saying, hey, you can't breathe. And you always just got, nah, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I've never been in a video, thankfully, that I had to see somebody being being harassed and everything by the police. But this is, what I'm saying, once again, it's just the small town, Goldsboro, North Carolina, where police brutality has been a mainstay. We just, a few officers just got convicted of selling D-rugs and planning robberies and stealing money from the city. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep your eye on these guys, man. And not to mention all of the videos that you've seen on this channel. Thus far, always working in poor neighborhoods. That's right. They're always in the poor neighborhoods. And I mentioned before, like when I was in the streets, most of my customers was rich white people. So I would go to the rich white neighborhoods, and I used to have nothing to worry about because the police were not parked on every corner stopping anybody who comes through the neighborhood. But as soon as I, had to go to the hood, there was a police officer on every corner. So it's definitely, people say black people commit most crimes. No, black people are just police more than any other group. So they stay in our neighborhoods. They're not in the, rich white neighborhoods setting up DWI checkpoints, or running up in their kids while they're in their yards, hanging out with their friends. Who watches the police? That's right. Who polices the police? Evidently, we have to. That's something that I try to do anytime there's an opportunity. The other day, I ran up on the police and they had stopped a car full of black children, teenagers. They had license. There was no need to stopping them. They got them out the car searching for weed, and they couldn't find nothing. They put one man in handcuffs, talking about he gave him a fake lane, which he said he didn't. So they end up letting them go. But these kids were coming from what is called a low income housing area, and they followed them all the way from that area. So my brother who pointed that out, made a very valid point that only police poor neighborhoods, or neighborhoods with a high density. Like, look, so the neighborhood I'm riding in now, right? So this is, you'll very rarely see a police car parked on any of these streets posted up. Like, this is where some of the most, I think a judge, a lawyer, I think this was somewhere, but you will never see a police parked on these corners right here stopping people. But I can take you to some neighborhoods where as soon as I go there, you'll see 3 or 4 police, but you won't see them on this corner. What's this, Taylor and Walnut? You won't see them on this corner right here posted up, people, unless they looking for people coming from the project. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna see them stopping people in this neighborhood. You're not gonna see them posted up on every corner in this neighborhood right here. You see, what I'm saying? But I can take you to some neighborhoods that they're gonna be, a 5-minute patrol every time. But these people over here commit just as much as crimes, do just as much as D-rugs, drive just as much as drunk, smoke just as much as Mary Jane and some other things as everybody. You know what I'm saying? So this is just my experiences. Your America may be different than the America that I've experienced. And that's cool. That's cool. Your experience is much, maybe different than mine. But one thing, you can't deny is someone's experience. So try to belittle that experience because of your experience. That's one thing, if your, perception of police is well, they're your best friends. Every time you see Officer Friendly, you know what I'm saying, he brings you cookies, and you bake him cookies, from, you got a bag of cookies waiting for the officer every time you see him. Okay, well, I was just waiting for you to stop me, officer. Here's some fresh baked cookies from my grandma. Now, I can't deny that. That's your experience. But many, I'm not gonna say every, because there have been some police officers that's understanding. Dad, man, you ran that light, man. But bro, just, you know what I'm saying, just slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give you no ticket, man. Okay, you headed to the hospital up here in Virginia, you speeding. All right, brother, but you know what I'm saying, if somebody else stop you, oh, you ain't got no license. All right, man, I ain't gonna take you to jail, man. I'm gonna write you a ticket. I ain't even gonna take you, I ain't even gonna take your ID from you. I know you gotta use your ID or your license to get some, to cash your check or whatever. Like, some of them have been understanding, but then, some of them can be, some derogatory names. So, but yeah, this, once again, I'm always checking when I see police officers and black people. You know what I'm saying? Because throughout this channel, you have seen police officers do some terrible things to black people. What are you talking about? That was interesting. Yeah. So, but yeah, and I see y'all going back back and forth in the comments. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in this live, man. We're gonna try to do something. Anytime it's the 4th, you're gonna have a lot of police presence. Once again, they always thought you wonder why people always, Get a lot of tickets on the holidays. They're always doing roadblocks and DWI checkpoints, but just take a notice of where those things are placed at, or where those things are concentrated at, and then that'll give you, some sort of idea of what I'm talking about or what I've experienced in my 47 short years on this earth. But yeah, just give y'all a little insight of, once again, like, police, 6 cars there. I don't know why we need 6 cars. How you doing? Pretty good. Thank you. So I don't know why they needed 6 cars to, handle that situation. It didn't look like it was a very tumultuous situation, or unless some things happened beforehand that I didn't know about. You said what now? You recognize me from the YouTube channel? Do you watch it? You a subscriber? What's your name? What's your name? Natasha. Natasha. Name?
Yes.
Name. Are you from here?
Well, I just moved here. I'm sure you
Yeah. So I can hear. I saw your voice in New York. So you said what now?
I'm from New York. So I've only been here for a few months.
Why you come down here to this little hick town?
I needed a change.
But okay, but why Goldsboro? Like,
You know what? I originally went to Greensboro because I have family here.
okay.
But then I got a job here. So I'm here. I'm a nurse, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Travel nurse, or just you got a residency, as they say. Wayne, UNC Health? UNC Health, Wayne?
No, at Mount Olive Center.
Oh, okay. You out there in the country.
Mount Olive. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but yes.
Uh-huh.
But I'm new here, 3 months.
Good
You've seen a couple of my comments.
Nah.
You know what? I'm telling you when. One. You was talking about something. Oh, you had made a video about the guy in Albany that got hung. The black guy that was hanging.
Yeah, this was recently though. Right. That was just recently.
Right. And I remember
What'd you say?
That I just moved from Albany.
Oh yeah. You was in Upstate. So what you say?
Man, somebody put that they used to live in Albany. I was like, oh, I just moved from Albany too. Something like that. To Goldsboro.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So we back. So okay. Can y'all hear me now? I'm out here about to get a grill brush for my mama, because she cooked out. And yeah, we celebrated the white man's independence yesterday. And so she got a grill. I literally said white man independence while a bunch of white people in the store. But hey, truth is truth. But nevertheless, about to go get her something, to clean the grill with from yesterday. And we gonna go on about our regularly scheduled programming. Huh. Yeah, there's a lot of race trolls in the chat. What's that? All right, but yeah, so we in Food Line in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Um, okay. So yeah, we gonna. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I didn't expect to go live today, but I also didn't expect to see 6 police cars and a few black people standing out on their What's up? What's up, Vito? Square up. You said mama like my brothers too. That's my mama. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Jackson. Yeah, so we gonna have to, hey, how you doing? So we gonna have to I'm gonna have to get off in a minute. Okay. Use pin pad to complete transaction. So, but yeah, man, this is Richard Taylor. We live. We was live in Goldsboro, North Carolina, about 10 minutes ago. Had a little situation with a large police presence, and we wanted to make sure the people was alright. And morphed into, a little grocery store conversation. But yeah, supposed to have a business meeting at 10 a.m. Big time if you're watching. I don't know if we still on for the meeting. But yeah, man, y'all be safe out there because it is the 4th of July, and everywhere you go, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be aware of the roadblocks and the different tactics that may but yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this live 'cause I do got a couple of calls to make. But I thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all have a blessed day, man. Y'all stay like I said last night in the video. My homeboy used to say stay safe. Now he say stay dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay dangerous out there, and y'all be blessed for the rest of the day.